and an art piece ready and prepared for this exact open mic last summer. I lost them. So, instead, we are going to take a tour of my diary. This is the cover of my diary. It says, "Fuck the man."
Yay!
It's full of my feelings. This is a picture of a janitor I saw after he had cleaned a glass window door. And he looked really sad. And he looked kind of gay. Do you ever look at people and you can kind of tell they're gay? He was in a uniform. He had a bald head. No, he just looked. I got a vibe. He came up on my gaydar. Anyway, he was looking really sad out the window. And then a bunch of rich people walked out of the building, and he held the door open for them. If I was a janitor, I would have said, "Fuck the man, get your own door, asshole. Ruining my life, ruining the planet." I drew this when I was really drunk on a train. This is a pair of scissors, and there's a dotted line, like in first grade, says "cut here," except the dotted line is strangling a student. He's upset. All of these pages are complaining. This is a lesbian I once saw standing outside of Cubby Hole. She was really drunk. I was with a friend of mine who was 18. I wanted to let her in, but there was a bouncer, or so we thought. As we walked by, the lesbian said, "Why are you going in? Go have a drink. It's Wednesday." And I said, "Well, my friend is underage and that's illegal." And she said, "That's not the bouncer, that's just some gay guy. Just walk past them. They won't ask you for ID, I promise. I just had my friend leave and she got in." And I was like, "Okay." And then I asked her for a cigarette. She said that was her last one. Well, when I walked in with my friend, we looked around. We were sardined in a small building with a lot of gays and queers and all kinds of people. And my friend said, "This is cool. I want to go home. It's hot in here." And I said, "Fair enough." It was a Wednesday night at Cubby Hole, so it was totally crowded. And as we walked out, this same person said to us, "Where are you going?" Except she was too drunk to say it, so she just kind of looked at us like,
Yeah, just close it.
and then she said, "Whatever, man. You know, at Cubby, baby dykes are welcome too, dude." And that's the quote I wrote down next to her. This is a book of my
Do you want to close the door?
Yeah, I want to close the door.
Guy by the door?
Please. This is a doodle of a bull in a chair with a book stuck on his horns, and it's on fire. Mike's like, "What is Jay doing?" And then, no, I actually do have something green. This is a picture of myself. It's a self-portrait of me walking around my living room in the dark, meowing at my roommates. I was high at the time. And this, wait. Okay, and then I have two short things to read. This is a mic check that I kind of want to do, but I never bring my journal to protest because I feel like if I ever get arrested and they looked at this, they wouldn't let me out. You know, not for a while. Not until they had a good read and a good laugh at all of my doodles. Oh, this is a dog smoking hookah. I want a dog that does this. I was inspired by this TV show called The Whitest Kids You Know. And hang on, I have one other thing I want to read before I read the open mic, the mic check. Oh, and one more picture. This is a picture of myself making fun of my family at Thanksgiving because they're rednecks. That's why my teeth are all buck tooth. It really happened. I can't find it now. See, I put the post-its, but for what reason? Seriously. Oh, here we go. It's next to the smoking dog. That's why. This is something that I wrote. It's stream of consciousness, and the idea was, for a long time I've wanted to vlog,
That's true. That's a true desire of mine. And I wanted to vlog a tour of my bedroom and why I did all the things to it, because I have like all these weird paintings and stuff up. And this is something that I wrote totally stream of consciousness, just like writing whatever came to mind, about what I would say during this video of a tour of my room. This is a tour of my room. And I would just like to mention here, all of the things on my walls are things that are important to me. And if it isn't meaningful artwork, as an artwork that I didn't just inherit and had to find something to do with, that's a snide remark to my ex. But artwork I feel as though I worked for, to obtain, to love, to cherish, and commit to. And if it isn't photography of my dear family, who I dedicate literally all of my free time to, if I'm not busy with university studies or working at a fast-paced cafe or committing myself to social justice through activism and the arts, or hosting a riveting, though controversial and politically provocative radio show, or drinking, smoking, fucking, because my family is a group of people related to me, and genetically, I am, too, a relative of theirs. Yes, on my wall, if it isn't artwork or photography, then it may be perhaps an emblem of something I do, or really did, as in, for a time that I practiced vigorously and worked really hard and reached a level of skill with that instrument or prestige within that establishment that I felt proud to display as a token of that upon my wall. This is my guitar. I actually play it. I've written songs on it, and I love it, and I'm proud of my ability. Again, snide mark to my ex. She has a banjo on her wall still. She never plays it, and she doesn't. Anyway. I could perform for you on another episode. I once believed in it enough to dream of dedicating my life and talents to this instrument. My love for this guitar was very passionate and got serious too quick. I quickly abandoned the practice once I felt that I'd spent too much time with music, that I had begun to withdraw from the outside world and ditch all my friends. This guitar stands for not a trophy of what music I made, but what music I decided not to make, and a marker of what I wish I did if I was cool enough, but I skipped a line. Whoa, that gets graphic. Anyway, this guitar is a marker of what I did so much and so passionately. I had to stop myself because I was afraid I'd love it like crazy, just love it until I went crazy, just went crazy. What was I talking about? Right, example. This artwork on my wall is from a homeless man. I paid him with a muffin. He argued for money. God, it was so annoying. He kept saying, "Pay me, I don't do drugs, lady, I don't." But I said, first of all, I'm not a lady. Well, I am, but I'm not. Second of all, it's not about the drugs, and for a few reasons. One, because honestly, I don't have the money for you. Two, because who cares if you do drugs? Seriously. A, I don't have the time to try to figure out if you're a criminal or not. That's not my job. And B, because if I were in your shoes, heck, I'd want to do drugs too. Indent, honestly, I can't handle emotional crisis as well without some corruption of my moral compass to at least some degree. It happens. Indent, I'm not a wimp. I'm a wimp. I'm not that brave. And if I were on my own, alone with no home to go home to, geez, I can't even imagine. Indent, I think I wouldn't even have the strength to say no to drugs because I'd be so upset. Like before, once when my turtle died. First, the temptation was to rage through the city like Godzilla, but I'm too short and cute for that to ever happen, so I went for the next best thing. I lurked about the night, and under its dark covers there, I descended on the moral fabric of society, and I tore it to shreds. Village to West Village to West Village. East to West, slipping underage youth into nightclubs and enchanting the shirtless lesbian parties to become underwear parties. From there, I took to the real base of it. I led a gay army of thousands down the streets, blocking traffic with our intimidating chants. Our pitchforks sharpened and our torches ablazed. It was just the beginning. I was angry at love, and I hunted down love personally. I knew its tricks well, and I could scare it out of every foxhole so well, I soon began to mimic its every move. Then I could crawl about it, snapping at it, like the whip crack of a man's tongue, blending into its surroundings, all but the pink rubber band of death. Snap! It was a war on love, like Bush started on drugs. And I decoyed so many of its recruits and led them off their march. I swayed an engagement and destroyed 2 marriages. To be fair, she didn't tell me till the second date that she was married. I lay about a trail of rose petals to follow, and the wreckage that follows the petals against the rose. I'm sorry, ma'am, sir, whatever. But what the fuck are you talking about? Said the homeless man, interrupting my poem. Can I just have my money? I'm selling these for a fucking $1 each, and you're trying to pay me with a fucking stale-ass muffin you got for free from your job. So I said to him, listen, that whole thing, that outline, that rant, that thing before, you see, I have ADD, and my mind works like I'm writing this endless runaway train sort of run-on sentence, essay-like outline, and, just give me the fucking paint, and I'll stop talking to you, and you can have this muffin. How does that sound? So he gave it to me. I'm not messed up that I didn't want to pay for that, right? Anyway, continuing on the tour of this room. I really wrote that. And this is actually a serious one that's not so schizophrenic. Mic check, it's called. Mic check. Officers, what of your sons... Actually, can we do this in like mic check format? Is that too weird? Do you guys want to talk back?
Yeah.
For everything I say, you repeat it back? Let's do this for today.
Wait, tell them what mic check is.
You guys know what mic check is, right?
No.
No?
Yeah.
Okay, mic check. It didn't start with Wall Street, but it started with other revolutionary groups beforehand. And because you can't get a sound permit unless the city says it's okay, and the city's not going to say okay if you're protesting what the city does, so people invented something kind of clever called the mic check. And the people's mic, I should say. And what it is one person says, mic check, and then everyone within earshot of them repeats, mic check. And then everything that person says, they make it manageable chunks. Everyone around them repeats it, and everyone around them repeats it, and everyone around them repeats it until the whole crowd can hear everything that's being said. Sometimes there are crowds large enough at Wall Street that the phrase has to be repeated 7 times for the people all the way at the end to hear. And because everybody says it at once, it's not quite a game of telephone. You don't fuck it up as much. So we'll try to do a mic check. Everything that I say, just repeat it as one unified, collective, community group. Okay. Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Officers of the NYPD.
Officers of the NYPD.
What of your sons, your daughters, your children?
What of your sons, your daughters, your children?
When your pension
When your pension
dries up
dries up
like our student loans
like our student loans
and our Medicaid
and our Medicaid
and our financial aid
and our financial aid
does today,
what of
your children,
your children?
what of their future?
What of their future?
Your job
Your job
is to protect us,
is to protect us,
allegedly,
allegedly,
but it has become
but it has become
to fight,
to
physically harm
physically harm
the citizens
the citizens
of this city,
asking
for security
for security
for the next generation's future.
for the next generation's future.
Could it be any more backwards
Could it be any more backwards
that you are now the citizens' attackers?
that you are now the citizens' attackers?
What if we were, if that's what we're securing,
If that's what we're
the
securing,
next generation's future,
the next generation's future,
then what are you protecting?
then what are you protecting?
Who are you protecting?
Who are you protecting?
If we're the ones you are attacking?
If we're the ones that you're protecting,
Doesn't Wall Street have criminals?
doesn't Wall Street have criminals?
When will they be investigated?
When will they be investigated?
Why aren't they being arrested?
Why aren't they being arrested?
They stole our money.
They stole our money.
We speak up.
We speak up.
We get arrested.
We get arrested.
They stole your money.
They stole your money.
We speak up on your behalf.
We speak up on your behalf.
And you arrest us.
And you arrest us.
They're gambling our planet's future.
They're gambling our planet's future.
And for what?
And
Money.
And for what? For money.
And that's why we'll never see any.
And that's why we'll never see any.
Think.
Think.
You follow orders.
You follow orders.
Tell us.
Tell us.
Exactly what were your orders?
Exactly what were your orders?
To throw students down to the ground
To throw students down to the ground
because they asked for the rights that they deserve?
because they asked for the rights that they deserve.
Hop the barricade.
Hop the barricade.
Push it to the other side.
Push it to the other
And
side.
help us get our future back
And help us get our future back
from the thieves who stole it from us.
from the thieves who stole it from us.
All of us.
All of us.
All 99 to 1.
All 99 to 1.
Thanks.